closing message. That sales automation is, I've compared it to a train track, but I'll also compare it to like, I'll say what it's not, right? Sales automation is not like cooking a meal, right? And when you cook a meal, it's very, very helpful to have all of your resources. It's very, very helpful to have all of your tools. It's very, very helpful to know the recipe, to really understand the process before you start. Because with cooking a meal, it's not like you can start and then run to Home Depot or run to the store or run wherever you need to run to get your tools. And I think that a lot of people approach sales automation that way, and they're hesitant to actually get started. They're hesitant to actually take any action because they don't have all of it figured out. And so what I would share with you is that it's really, really important to just start, right? And that's why it starts right up here with lead gen, right? It starts with lead gen. Figure out where you're gonna, who you're gonna reach out to, where you're gonna find them, right? And then figure out what you're gonna say. And after that, you'll just start sending stuff, see what people respond to, and that will dictate how you're gonna get people to engage. And through that process, right, if you're just getting started out, chances are you're not as busy as you maybe think that you are. And so you can spend some more personal time actually following up and going through some of the people that come through your funnel. But what I would say is, like, it's really important to start it, and I'll go back to my train tracks, right? That sales automation is like a railroad, right? And that you have to lay one track at a time. And the biggest thing is just to lay the track, see if it works, and then to lay the next piece, and to lay the next piece. And that when you do that, you'll be able to, you can actually get started, right? Otherwise, it's too overwhelming to do all at once. Most people, unless they've had practice planning and executing, prospecting strategies like this, and that's a good point too, right? And I'll keep this on this video, because the reason that this makes so much sense to me in my head is I have been planning advertising plans since I was like 22 years old. It was just not as sexy as what I can do with Tier 5, right? I remember when I was sitting around with my sales team, I was like, all right, we're gonna go pass out flyers at the 3rd Street Promenade at the Santa Monica Pier. We're literally, I can't tell you how many nights I spent at Santa Monica Pier, right? You guys all know the famous pier, at that parking lot, handing out little yellow pieces of paper and putting them on thousands of windows, right? Because it was like, you know what? We needed to do that. And that was just one piece of it. But then the other thing was like, all right, we need to go and we need to hang out at the malls. And then we need to hang out at the schools. We need to pass out flyers there. And then you know what? On certain days we came in and we like actually got our current clients to like give us more referrals. And so we call it was a wide range. I mean, we weren't just relying on one form of generating business. We were going out there and actively creating all of these different, what we call sources, because we knew that not all of our sources were going to pan out. Not all of them were going to be as effective as we'd like. So if we can have, just like a lot of people have that variety of incomes, right? If you can have a variety, of not only sources, you have a variety of lead gen sources, then you have a variety of engagement opportunity, engagement steps or outreach steps, a variety of engagement. You have all these different ways so that you can really hone in and find it on the best and most efficient way to do it. So I think that going back to, my point is that it's not like cooking a meal. You probably don't have all of the answers, right? I don't have all the answers. You can see, like, I'm talking through this stuff and I don't have all the answers because it's a lot to talk through, it's a lot to think through. And so what I would encourage you to do is figure out where you're stuck, and then to identify that, and then be like, just be aware enough that you're stuck there and to ask for help. And that's going to inform these trainings. It's going to make it so much easier for you to really find that solution that you need. So